Record flipping eclipse, y'all.
This is how this eclipse has been feeling. I feel like I'm stuck in place, but I can see across the horizons and I have all this energy inside of me, but I feel like I need to physically move. Somebody made a video the other day. My door just like went, it's because my windows are open. Somebody made a video the other day talking about this eclipse and how it kind of feels like we have all of this energy inside of us, like our spiritual realm, the dimension that we're in spiritually, I don't know, our soul or whatever. It's like,
You're running out of time, little one. That's right.
doing big things. Okay, we have all these visualizations.
This smile is scary.
Can I please have your car insurance? Give me your money now.
Of like our future and all these things that we want to do.
But like,
the 3D is just not giving. I mean, I don't know about y'all, my 3D is giving, but
y'all know what want me to record this,
You know what I mean by being such a bad bitch. But, actually, I fear that you don't know what I mean because you will never be me. No, Beanie, get out of my ice cream.
Beanie. Bean, get out of my ice cream.
it's also at the same time not, okay? Because in my mind, I am like an eagle flying. I'm like performing on stages.
Rolling on the river. Keep it going, ladies. Listen to our song.
Every night, every weekend, singing and rapping like Megan Thee Stallion, okay?
Refreshing and I shine, sacral chakra burning, what I seek is what I find.
I'm doing backflips on the beach. Literally, I had dreams where I'm doing these crazy flips in a beautiful beach with beautiful people with like a condo, like, ew, not me spinning. You get the point. Like in my dreams, I'm doing the most, okay? In my passions, in my ideas. Am I making sense? You know
Oh, yes, only a little bit, though.
what I'm saying? Okay. But at the same time, like my physical reality is also giving, and I did perform today, and I think that's what's beautiful. This is less of me trying to brag and trying to like talk about me.
And yet, here you are, doing it again.
And more so me trying to highlight that right now in this eclipse, whatever you are doing, whatever you are doing is really, really important.
important.
Because I did not know that I was going to perform today, like with the eclipse energy tomorrow. Like it's in the, why do I want to say equilibrium? That's not the right word, but it's in like the transit time. Okay, whatever. I'm just talking in riddles now. It's in the transit time. It's in the same, like, why am I thinking of all these weird words? I wanted to say ecolocation, huh? You know what I'm trying to say.
Ma'am, I don't think we do know.
It's like in the energy wave, okay? There's a dance, I got sick, I had, let's just say a little bit of a frenzy with somebody close to my life.
A little bit of frenzy.
And it was kind of clashing with like what my soul wants to do and restriction upon that. Okay, oh, that's a beautiful word. My ADHD is going on crack right now.
As do we know? Uh-huh.
But anyways, I'm just trying to say that like whatever is happening in your life right now is happening for a reason, whether it be a divorce, a breakup, a death. Yes, a death. Of not only maybe you're just transforming into somebody new, or maybe there's a literal death.
Why am I talking about death so much?
Who knows? Who knows? Stay safe out there. But regardless, there's a lot of changes, and I think that everybody in my personal life is being affected by this eclipse in big and in little ways. Okay? I am not a professional astrologer yet, but I am very well versed in astrology and everything spirituality, because I'm a spiritual body. Ooh. So I know what I'm talking about, and I would say that I'm a good person to come to if you need some guidance, because girl, I got you. I got you. You.
Soldier boy, tell.
Ew, I'm making myself cringe. Okay, anyways. So, let's get into business, shall we? Okay.
I'm actually so excited to
Actually, start this video.
You guys, why do I look like this in this photo? Why do I look like that?
It's my true form. I'm evolving.
So earlier I pulled some cards, and I don't know if I'm gonna stitch that video. I might, if I'm feeling fancy, if I'm feeling creative, I might stitch the part where I was like, oh my god, I pulled this card. But regardless, I pulled earlier for you all, for the collective. I think I'm gonna stitch the video because this card like flipped out like crazy. I pulled the giraffe spirit, okay? See the big picture. This card is so significant because not only am I sitting in my beautiful, but a little messy, but it's okay, I'm just a girl. My beautiful apartment from a high ledge, that's right, high. And I'm looking out on the coast, the horizon of life. But I also feel as if this eclipse is reawakening my soul's purpose. Most likely, if it's waking up my soul's purpose, it most likely is waking up your soul's purpose, because I have a Libra rising, and I don't know where Aries or Libra, or even if you have any of those placements in your chart, but regardless, you're gonna be feeling this eclipse, okay? Trust. There's people who do not necessarily believe or practice astrology or keep up with it in their daily lives that I know of, but they've been coming to me and telling me the most crazy stuff, okay, that has been happening in their life. And I hate to say this, but it has not been pretty, okay? It has not been good. So if there's anything negative happening in your life, just know it's happening for a reason, okay? And I think most of all, eclipses are about letting go and shedding and yada yada. So yeah, if you feel like inclined, and if you feel like your intuition has been like, you know, hey, like you need to do this thing, you should probably listen to it, because this eclipse is going to be unfolding over for the next 6 months. So most likely whatever you're experiencing now will be intensifying. Not to say that it'll be bad, like if something hard is going on right now, like, I mean, I just feel as if, sorry, I'm rambling. I feel as if I just came out of a hard period, but that doesn't mean that the next 6 months is going to be hard. It's just going to be even more like me stepping into my purpose, and ultimately who I am meant to become. You know what I'm trying to say? But getting to this point was a little shaky, a little difficult. I had to face my fears a bit, had to look at myself in the mirror a little bit, and it wasn't always pretty. So most likely that's happening to you. Okay, so that's happening to everybody. That is just eclipse energy. It's not a time to manifest and be like, oh, goody gumdrops, like, universe, I want this and this and this. It's not your time to write. It's not your time to write your universal Christmas list. No, it's time to list all of the reasons why you're breaking up with the old version of yourself. Okay, like how we make a pros and cons list for somebody who we're trying to break up with. Yeah, that's what I want you to do with your old life, with the old you, with old habits, with old people, with old jobs, whatever it is. Okay, like you don't even need to add the pros, because I'm sure that the cons have been loud enough, especially with this Aries eclipse. I think it's in Aries, it's in Libra, but it's connected to Aries. Did somebody just honk at me? Did somebody just honk at me? Somebody's driving and then they just stopped because of a bird. Hello? Okay, anyway, not me thinking that they would hear me, even though they're like half a mile away. Skunk spirit. Yeah, I know that y'all are thinking, who is this girl? She is crazy with her blue eyelashes and braids and wild energy. Well, welcome to my corner of universe. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. This is me. Take it or leave it, honey. All right. Welcome to my corner of universe. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. This is me. Take it or leave it, honey. All right. Skunk spirit, know your worth. Exactly. Right. Literally what I just said was like, okay, I forgot that this card said know your worth, and what I just said, like, take it or leave it, like, that is me, like, take it or leave it, right? Sorry. I say sorry to plants because they are real, okay? I heard a quote somewhere, I'm getting off track, but there is a quote somewhere that was like explaining how Native Americans, before I guess the world got really revolutionized and, you know, capitalism came to take over and take all the beautiful trees and cut them down and make pavement and factories, that the language of the earth, in reference to the earth, was way more connected. The way that Native Americans and Native cultures speak about the earth was in a very respected, highly regarded way. Now we're just like, oh yeah, trees, plants, but they referred to them with like a liveliness, as if they were alive, conscious beings. Just like how we would refer to another human, that's how they would refer to plants and animals. And I've always felt very, very connected to the earth and animals. So yeah, I love this plant and I love you, and I hope that you keep growing into a beautiful plant. Every time I haven't actually named this plant. I mean, I guess Harry is kind of the name I've settled with, Harry, but I think that I might rename it in honor of this new eclipse, because this plant has, honey, seen me through the most, okay? I actually bought this plant with somebody who I used to be with romantically, and I saw this plant, honey, I saw you go through it, okay? And honestly, we were both, her and I, well, I feel like it's more a him. Are you more a him? Anyway, her and I were going through it. Him and I were going through it together. Back then, your leaves were crinkled even more than they are right now. And it's not because I'm a bad plant mom, at least I don't think. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm going to help you become more straightened. Anyways, know your worth, okay? Know your worth. This plant's like, yeah, bitch, I need to go outside with the real trees because you don't know how to treat me. Ugh, no! See, I'm in my own universe right now. Oh my god. People are gonna be like, this woman is on something. I'm not on any medication. The only thing I've taken today is L-theanine with caffeine because I think that I have ADHD. Yeah. And I think it's kicking in. Okay. Anyway, know your worth. And when I first saw this card earlier, I was thinking about how, like, I didn't feel as if it was a romantic reading. I felt like this card was more so about knowing your worth when it comes to you pursuing your dreams, pursuing your goals, knowing your worth. Because for me, at least, I have been tapping into this energy of like, look, these are my dreams. Take it or leave it. Literally take it or leave it. Not only to other people, I feel like I'm really, really working. And Libra is such a people pleaser type energy. It's on the scales. Part of it is like, yeah, this is who I am. And the other part is like, oh, please validate me. Please validate me. And I feel like I've been really like, I feel like some of that energy, like asking people, like, should I do this? Should I do that? Versus the Aries, which is like, I know what I want. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. They're very conflicting. Because Aries and Libra sit across from each other on the astrological scale. Okay. See, I know my stuff. So I feel like this is really like, know your worth, okay, when it comes to who you are. Because I feel like right now, this transit has definitely been challenging, like, people kind of disagreeing with my career path or having worries or fears when it comes to what I want to do, and maybe kind of wanting to control that or have opinions on it. And I'm like, I'm done. I know my worth. I think also what this card is talking about is especially with like knowing your worth, like how unique of a person you are, how talented you are, how freaking amazing and genius and unique and artistic and amazing and fantastic and lovely and woo, it's all of it. And waking up to that inside of you. Waking up to all of the beauty inside of you, all of the deepness, all of the mystical, magical things that make you you, that you have to you, that you, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That you have to uniquely offer to this world, okay? I feel like I need to get my stick. I recently found this outside. Is that a woodpecker? I am not building a good case for myself because I'm acting crazy, but I feel the need to do this. Like, know your worth. Know your worth. Because you came to this earth for such a divine reason. And I feel like this eclipse is really waking me up to like, why did I come here on earth? And I've been reflecting on like, when did I first like awaken to the passions that I feel so called to pursue in this lifetime? For me, I was like 17 when I had my first like awakening, not only spiritually but also with like music, and really believing in myself and playing around with music on my GarageBand iPad. So yeah, I feel like know your worth. This just really affects me deeply, and I feel like I really need to shake y'all by the energetic shoulders, because this is such a powerful card. It's also the number 54, which adds up to 9. Yeah, which is the number of endings and new beginnings. And I think right now for me, it's a new beginning, and the parts of myself that did not know my worth, that look at other people doing what I want to do, pursuing my dream life, and thinking, oh, they can do it, but I could never, oh, they can do it. And, you know, seeing the worth in other people. When people come to you and say, look at what I drew, look at what I made, and you're like, oh my God, you're amazing, yes! And you're rooting for them. But then when it comes to you, you're just like, oh, and you're like a negative Nancy, and you're all of a sudden shaming yourself, and you're thinking, oh, I shouldn't even try this. Like, what's the use? I'm just gonna fail. What's the point in even trying if I'm gonna like not be perfect, you know? So this is seriously, guys, this eclipse, at least for me, it's been a huge time of reclaiming my power and reclaiming, hey, look, Fiona Jolie, me looking at myself in the mirror, and you as well. Like, you are talented and you are amazing and you actually are really good at XYZ. And even if you're not perfect, like, you're still worth it at the end of the day. You're still worth trying. You're still worth the effort. You're still worth, yeah, just trying, because like, you don't know how it will go. You don't know if you being consistent and showing up for yourself and trying in the midst of your self-doubt and pain and other people's opinions and judgments of you, like, you don't know where it will take you at the end of the day. And what's the point in, like, what's the point in life if we're not going to go after what lights us up inside? If you have something in your life that really is calling to you, but you keep like kind of self-sabotaging yourself and not pursuing it because of XYZ, because of other people's ideas of you or perceptions of you or judgments, or you want to like meet other people's expectations, like you're not living for yourself at that point. You're being a slave to other people's desires of you. You're cutting yourself down into chopped up pieces, and you don't have any legs to walk on towards your goals anymore. You're frozen and you're in a state of paralysis and you're lost. So this eclipse is really releasing all of that yuckiness, and I need to declutter my room, but it's decluttering just all of that. You're getting quiet with yourself, you're cleansing yourself, and you're like, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? And let's go. Let's take action. Know your worth. Clearly, I had a lot to say about the skunk spirit. Okay, the way that it's a skunk, and I had like such a beautiful message for that. And also, I was gonna say, when I said declutter, I've been pulling the frog spirit like every day, and it says declutter your space. So somebody clearly needed to hear that in the comments. You little nasty. Oh, just kidding. I'm clearly the definition of somebody who has cluttery clothes, cluttery rooms. Okay, anyway, what is happening? Why am I oh, hello. I can't keep up with myself sometimes. Oh, wow, I pulled this. Okay, wait. These 3 came out the other day, but since they came out, I'm gonna read them because like any 3 cards could have come out. And I actually pulled, yeah, I pulled these like 2 nights ago, and I was actually crying when I pulled them. Yeah. I love how y'all can't see them, and I'm like, ooh, look at these cards. So, you guys, this is how I feel. Hold on, before I show you guys these cards, ooh, teaser. Before I show you guys these cards, I think this is such a great analogy, and somebody made a video, a favorite tarot reader of mine made a video about this, but she was saying that right now, this eclipse energy that's unfolding, it really feels like the universe, God, whatever source, is like laughing at us, like, ha 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 ha. Because, yeah, it's us going through hardship, but it's because, like, oh, those are 2 beautiful birds. we're going through hardship, but God, the universe, is laughing at us because they know like things are about to get a lot better for us, but we don't know it. We're going through a lot, but the universe knows like the next, you know, steps in our journey. So that's how I feel like not showing you guys these cards, because I'm like, it's a metaphor. Like I'm like your spirit guide. I'm God. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we're all gods in our own life. I'm not trying to sound like a guru who's toxic right now in a cult. Like, I'm God, but you don't. Metaphorically speaking, I'm God, okay? And I can see these cards, but you can't see them. And you're on the other side of the screen, like, what is it? What cards are these? Like, what steps should I take? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, if only you knew. Okay, so the card I got for you is Fox Spirit, Butterfly Spirit. I meant to pull this last, but it didn't work. And Panther Spirit. Okay, imagine I did the wrong cards and I said the wrong names. That would be hilarious. So Fox Spirit says, think on your feet. Panther says, reclaim your power. Which, guys, I've literally been talking about reclaiming your power this entire video. And Butterfly says, transformation is beautiful. Okay, so for think on your feet, I really think this is symbolic of thinking on your feet. Thank you. Next card. Just kidding. Thinking on your feet. I feel like right now, I don't know what the next chapter is, okay? None of us do. We never do. And that's the thing about life that keeps us on our toes, literally. Like, we don't know what will happen next. And that is train confirmation. It's terrifying and both exciting, okay? I'm in a phase where it's in the in-between. I don't know what is around the corner, around the bend, but I know that there is a lot of magic coming in. Ooh, okay, rhyme, period. There's a lot of magic unfolding, and it's exciting not knowing what is around the corner, but it's also terrifying. And right now I feel like I'm in a moment of praying to God, and I do not say this lightly, even though I'm in a silly, goofy mood, but I feel like I'm in a point in my life where I'm actually praying, and I don't ever like pray. I mean, I manifest, I write dreams and goals. I just heard a siren noise. I was like, it's a sign. Everything's a sign. But I feel like right now I need to start praying because I have so many questions. I feel lost. I don't know what steps to take. I have so much passion, but I don't know where to channel it. So if you relate to any of what I'm saying, if you have something you need the answers to, you want more answers to, and you're asking how, this is a sign to think on your feet, because I think this also is making me think that something is going to come in, like a manifestation or an opportunity, and you're going to have to think on your feet in the moment, because maybe it's unexpected, and it could even be better than you're ever imagining. This is the energy I want y'all to channel. It's something is about to happen that's better than you could ever have imagined, and you're going to have to think on your feet because it's unexpected. And you're going to have to also think on your feet to make new changes, to bring upon this transformation. You're going to have to think on your feet and reclaim your power, because reclaiming your power is how transformation happens, especially with this Aries Libra energy, especially with the Libra eclipse, because Libra is very people pleaser-y. And so reclaiming your power as a Libra, and I'll tell you this as a Libra rising, it's extremely, extremely beneficial to my self-concept, to my authenticity, to everything that I'm doing in my life. All of this right now is because I time and time again have reclaimed my power, and it's time for you all to do that. And then transformation is beautiful is just another sign that transformation is happening right now with this eclipse, and that it is beautiful, and it's not something to fear, and change is not something to be scared of. Yeah. All right, let's pull some more. This is a card. There's a card that's backwards in this entire deck, and I'm gonna look at it. Oh my God, this card keeps coming up. Why was this the only card that was backwards? So it says time to let go, Groundhog Spirit, and it's holding a heart. This could be a message for somebody who is needing to let go of a relationship. I know that I probably am talking to myself or need to hear this message as well, but I think, well, regardless of love, I think that time to let go, I think this is just Is implicative a word? Because I wanted to say that. This card is just demonstrative. What are these words, you guys? Demonstrative, I think that's it, of what you need to let go, and that you need to let go of things that no longer serve you so that you can transform. Okay, Spirit, I need just one more message for collective to wrap this up, because this has been a crazy reading, and okay, this one is poking out. You guys, what is happening? This card, I don't know if y'all saw it, but it like poked out. I pulled this card the other night. This is what I mean. I keep pulling the same cards, and there's a hefty stack of cards. I keep pulling the same ones. Time for a deep dive. Swans. Oh, you know what? This is cool. Okay, I had an idea. So you're flying and you're like, ooh, and this also makes me think of the giraffe card from earlier, see the bigger picture, because a swan is like flying, and I think that it's not swans that do this, but it's like seagulls that, do I want to say this? Seagulls like will see a turtle and then they'll like dive and get it, and then they'll fly back up and then drop it. Okay, anyway, sorry. Swans, okay, you're a swan, you're flying, and then you see an opportunity, I hear a woodpecker, and you dive after it. And this really is making me, oh wow. I have so many analogies. You're a swan that's flying, and say you're unconsciously aware that you're holding onto baggage, hence the declutter card of the frog and the groundhog spirit, time to let go. And as you're flying and diving, you're letting go, because you're seeing the bigger picture from high above, and then you see an opportunity and you reclaim your power. And this is the thing, when we are not in a state of reclaiming our power and letting go of our old thinking, our old mindsets, you know, if we have not done that work, I should say, and a shiny opportunity presents itself, if we are still in a state that is self-deprecating, that has low self-worth, that has not claimed our power yet, and we see an opportunity, you know, if we're not like in that energy of like, I'm going after what I want and I deserve it, I am worthy of it, hence the I am worth it card, know your worth. If you don't think that you're worthy of something, then you're not going to go after things that serve you, that are good for you, that you're worthy of. So I think that all of this is really making sense. It's really making me think of like declutter, time to let go, time to transform, time to reclaim your power, time for a deep dive. And I think that in order to transform, we must take a deep dive in ourselves. I feel like I want to pull one more, because this one kind of, I don't know, I just feel like there's one more. Any more? Okay, period. Ooh, I have never pulled this card before. The Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Whoa! Okay, actually, wait! And 6 and 3 add up to 9. And earlier that card, 54, added up to 9, which is endings, the number of endings and new beginnings. So I would say Swan Spirit and Armadillo, that's actually interesting. Take a deep dive and set healthy boundaries. I would say with this, oh my God, this is perfect. Libra is a people pleaser. I keep saying this. And you need to set healthy boundaries, especially I'm learning that. And okay, this is a bit personal, but I'm using this as an example for you guys. So this year, so many details. This year is a year of the snake. And I heard somebody say that it's a year of cycles and things repeating again and again and again to wake us up to a lesson that needs to be learned, because this is a number 9 year. Hence me saying the number 9. So setting healthy boundaries, that makes me think of like, I've had to set healthy boundaries with people in my life so that I can pursue things that make me happy, that light me up inside, like my art. Like, it's so tempting to do things for fun and see people who I love and hang out with, but like, even though they're not bad people, they're taking away my precious time. And if you live in America, or if you're just, I don't know, if you're a human, time is very valuable, especially in America, because I recently saw a video that was like, America hates sleep, and that's why sleep is so demonized and naps are demonized and looked down upon in America, because our culture is literally centered around working, hustling, capitalism, you know, being in the factories. That's why alarm clocks were first made. So Anyway, why am I talking about this? Anyways, the armadillo spirit set healthy boundaries. I also feel like this week I've had to kind of set healthy boundaries with people who I love, and either up to their face or kind of from a distance, or more so knowing like, okay, this is an area that I cannot really cross with this person. Not that I'm hurting them, but they're not aligned with my vision. And if I tell them, for example, my dreams and aspirations, they're just not on the same wavelength, and they're not really vibing with my timeline, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like, they're not in that Delulu, you know, fun, open-minded state. They're a little bit more serious. So I've had to kind of set healthy boundaries, like with myself in a way too, knowing like, okay, I can't talk to them about this because they're gonna take it out of proportion. It's not gonna be a healthy conversation. Like, what's the use? You know what I'm saying? So not only set them with people in your life so that you can achieve your best self, your dreams, your goals, but also maybe set them like with yourself too, knowing. Also, I connect this to knowing your worth as well, because I think sometimes we need to have boundaries with the ways that we speak to ourselves. Like, it's so easy to get lost in a spiral of talking down on ourselves or just talking to ourselves, period, in ways that do not serve us. Sorry, I keep stuttering. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. I think I'm having a throat chakra activation. But that also makes me think of frog spirit, because like, you have to declutter your mind and the ways that you speak to yourself if they're not serving you and your higher purpose. And you have to set boundaries with yourself in the ways of, if you say something negative, like you practice a dance choreography move, I didn't phrase that right, but if you're learning a dance, for example, and then you start shaming yourself and thinking, oh gosh, this is so hard, like I just can't do this anymore, like I'm just always gonna fail, I'm always gonna be bad at dancing, you know, blah 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 blah. Or if you pick up a paintbrush for the first time in years and you expect yourself to be Picasso, but it's like, actually, you know, it's not as easy as you remember, or you just can't get in the flow state, or whatever it is. If you're just shaming yourself and being so hard on yourself, you have to be like, whoa, wait, and you have to self-correct, and you have to set boundaries with yourself and be like, Fiona, I cannot speak to myself this way. I'm gonna put up a boundary. I'm not gonna let myself speak to myself in this negative way. And course correct, reinforce that thought to be something positive. But yeah, set boundaries with people right now, because I think that this eclipse is really, really showing what you need to release, and this could be applied to literally everything. This could be a divorce. You need to set boundaries with the person you're divorcing, you know? If you're breaking up with somebody right now, because the eclipse shakes relationships up, especially if it's aspecting that area in your 7th house and 8th house, which rule relationships, like how it is for me, you know. That's why I'm talking about setting boundaries with myself and what I tell people, because if I'm trying to reclaim my power and transform and like go after my dreams for this next 6 months that this eclipse is, you know, affecting, then I have to be careful of who I'm talking to, relationship wise, who I'm in relation to in my daily life in regards to my dreams, because I just don't know. I don't know what people are going to say. And in the concept of manifestation, you know, if you're trying to raise your vibration after years of self-doubt, then you have to be careful who you're telling your dreams to, especially if you're finally, for once, coming out of a painful stage of depression and hardship. You're finally releasing that baggage and decluttering that from your life for once, and you're doing better for yourself, and then you tell people how good you're doing, or all of these big dreams you have, now that you're actually letting yourself have these big dreams. But then the first thing that they do is shut them down, because they're still living in a scarcity fear mindset. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Wow, I'm downloading a lot of wow. Okay, so this says, be generous of spirit. This flipped out. I'm always kind of confused by this card. I'm gonna read it. Also, I have a lot of Leo in my chart, so maybe this is a message for me, but be generous of spirit. Maybe this could be talking about, like, you know, things are kind of hectic right now, especially with this eclipse energy, but just be generous of the spiritual realm, because a lot is going on, you know? A lot's going on, and it might feel like you want to shout at God right now, but be generous of spirit, because you don't know how good it's gonna get. So this says, a healthy ego, oh, this makes sense. A healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. Okay, you ease God's order instead of edging God out. Lion Spirit's appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride and a healthy sense of your worth to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. Well, clearly this video I've been doing that. I've been acting the most unhinged / rambunctious version of myself. But it's me, you know, this is me. Take it or leave it. You are both the king and the queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom and generous of spirit as you help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Contentment with what you have right now allows you to use your resources wisely as you give others in ways, as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. I mean, I guess that's me making this video. Like I said, I think this card is for me, but it could also apply to you, because I think that with coming into our dreams, they ultimately, I feel, should in some way serve other people, and ourselves, of course. But okay, let me keep reading. Be proud yet humble. Practice gratitude, and you will find that accolades that come, I keep missing words, that the accolades that come to you are no match for the joy of knowing what you have been able to do for others through expressing the bounty of generosity within you. Lion Spirit knows there is a great savannah before you, yes, and many who will benefit from the healthy expression of your unique set of gifts if you choose to work in partnership with Spirit. All your relationships flourish as you express your worth and generosity of spirit with humility and kindness. What a blessing you can be to all. Aww. Yeah, this is a message for you guys. Never forget how much of a blessing you are to everybody in your life. I know times are hard. I know times are getting rambunctious. A gunshot just went off, and I know things are crazy, but please, please, please never forget how much of a blessing you are to people in your life, okay? Protection message. Do you doubt you can do much good? Are you stuck in a state of scattered scarcity thinking? Who am I to lead? Or who am I to step into my dream? Exactly, this is exactly what I was talking about with knowing your worth. Because you are worthy of that. More like I wanted it not to say who are you, but like you are that bitch, okay? Lion Spirit is here to tell you that the antidote, guys, I'm sorry. My wording is pissing me off, okay? Lion Spirit is here to tell you that the antidote for low self-esteem is stepping into healthy pride. Yeah, exactly. I love people who are confident because they have accepted that they're deserving of being confident, and I don't think that it's a bad thing for people to be a little cocky, as long as they're not being mean. Especially women, and that's a different conversation, that's a different video essay, I should say. But I saw a quote by a woman once, and it was like, because women are put down all the freaking time in life, we need to be cocky, okay? Because what men deem as cocky, it's just the base point of a woman's confidence. So like women, I heard a horn confirmation, I sound crazy, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it was like, if you are complimenting yourself, it's like at 50, you know, as a woman, but you need to compliment yourself in ways that make you feel comfortable, because that is like the base point. You know what I'm trying to say? Because men are already, this is a man's world. So I love when women in my daily life are super confident in themselves and they boast about themselves, because it's like, as you should, queen. All right. Of course, you can do all that you desire. Let me rephrase that. Of course you can do all that you desire! Exclamation point. The spark of great spirit lives inside you, and you are here to store that amazing energy into the world. Lion Spirit knows that great spirit invested in you so that you might be a channel for Spirit's love and generosity. I love that. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I think that our dreams ultimately do channel something for others, because we are all connected and we all have unique gifts to give to the world. And I definitely have felt Spirit channel through me to you all today. And I hope that any of what I've been rambling about is somewhat helpful Take pride in your role, seeking to bring an abundance of love into the world. Yeah, I love that. This is a good self-love message. Perhaps you do much good already, but you're feeling unappreciated, wanting to hold back your gifts and hoard them for yourself. That makes sense. Maybe you are looking for attention and praise. Maybe you were even being generous with the expectation that you would be entitled to a repayment. Know that the real magic happens when you remember there is always enough and you're always enough. Give freely without agenda or expectation, and let Lion Spirit remind you that in giving you receive. Then you will see that you are appreciated. Stop comparing yourself to others and seeing yourself as less than, for within you is a wellspring of generosity. Somebody is playing the Star Wars theme song on a kazoo. Period! Woo! Why is he staring at me? Oh my god. They have 2 dogs, and the guy who played the kazoo is wearing a pink shirt. I don't know if that's a message for anybody. The dogs are black, not to be racist. Ooh. Didn't hear it from me. But yeah, guys, I hope that I need to end this because I already know that this video is over 30 minutes. But it's okay. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry for messing up my words, but why am I even apologizing for that? Because it's like, see, this is what I mean, like, I'm apologizing, but at the same time, in the grand scheme of things, in the big picture of things, it doesn't matter. All right, sorry, this is my ADHD just wanting to be like, oh, what's this, but I want to pick more cards. The top of the deck we have, oh shit, woo! Part of me is scared by this card, but part of me is like, this is so powerful. So this card, I'm so glad I listened to my intuition and pulled these cards. See, tap into the playful side of you, because I just wanted to pick more for fun, but it actually led to great things. So Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. And I've been having dreams of spiders. I had a dream of a spider the other night and it was blue. Make your dreams real. See, I love this. And the bottom of the deck, oh, it's the wombat spirit, and it says be at home. I think this is a good place to end it, because all this transformation, all this change, all this believe in yourself, yada yada yada, it's a lot. But ultimately, do the things that make you feel at home and care to your physical and spiritual well-being in the midst of all this change and transformation and realizations, because it's easy to get wrapped up in it, and I know, at least for me, it's easy to kind of lose like a good regimen and a good routine just to like take care of myself, because I'm like a madman, a mad scientist in my room every night doing all these crazy rituals and tarot readings, and I'm like, like, are my dreams gonna come real, universe? But I'm like, oh, you have to self-soothe, and yeah, be at home. Sorry. I think this was also under be at home. It says be at peace. Yes, be at peace. Peace be with you. Yeah. Sorry, I keep pulling cards. All right, I'm gonna end it on this one. Guys, ladies, everybody, koi fish spirit, there is always enough. There's always enough. So take that as you will. A flock of birds just flew by. My dear friend Jasmine just told me that whenever she sees a flock of birds, to her it always means a perfect moment, whatever that means. She's just like, oh, perfect moment. And I think that ending this on this card with the number 3 and 6, which adds to 9, it's just a perfect moment, because why is literally every card I pulled today add up to 9? Like, can we talk about that? Anyways, I love you guys so much. And just remember, like, girl, you are that girl. You are that, you know? And you got it. If you have something that keeps calling to you, it's calling to you for a reason. And you owe it to yourself to be cocky, okay? You owe it to yourself to be, I want to say CUNTY, okay? Times 1,000, because this is your life and you have to live it. No one else can live it for you. And so stop apologizing for leading and reclaiming your power and living the life that you want to live. Just because it makes somebody else's fearful self anxious. Like, that's not your problem. They're monkeys, they're circus. I'm sorry if me being myself is triggering to you. I mean, I'll be kind to you and I'll be helpful and I'll inspire you and I will support you, but if you're gonna just constantly be projecting onto me and criticizing me for doing what I do naturally best, let's be honest, then I don't got time for it, and by all means you can leave. And I want to leave y'all with this in honor of the Libra kind of people pleasery energy that is also hand in hand with Aries, which is all about like, I am that mother, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to cuss on here because I don't want to get like copyrighted or not copyrighted, but in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. But oh, hello. Hold on, that was a fox. Oh my god, what's happening? I pulled a fox. Is this a panther? Yeah, exactly. Think on your feet and reclaim your power. Like, if somebody's gonna be a little negative Nancy and be like, oh, I don't think that. Sorry, this guy has been on his golf cart making laps, and I can tell he got money. Oh, fuck, sorry, the dog barked and I threw it, and then I don't know what's happening. But no, I'm just trying to say, like, don't let somebody dim your light when the life that they're living and leading is not anything that you're inspired by, respectfully. Because, and I say that with love, but like, there's a lot of people who try and dim our lights, who think that they know better, when honestly they are not in they're not in the place in life that they want to be in. You know what I'm saying? I just heard that cool beepy noise again, confirmation. So seriously, because I think most times, and I'm sure these people are direct reflections of myself, but I see in my direct immediate life, people come to me and say, like, they just will say self-deprecating things about themselves regarding whatever they're talking about, whether it be their style, their fashion sense, their confidence, them achieving their dreams, whatever. And they're oftentimes just very self-deprecating and not really believing in themselves, or they're scared of people perceiving them. And I think sometimes it honestly does kind of take other people showing you and reflecting to you your own shadow side to make you get the ick enough to change that for yourself. Because time and time again, when I see people say negative things about themselves, I kind of hear myself in them, and I realize I gotta stop talking about myself this way, because I don't want to be giving off this insecure energy. And I say that with love, because I always uplift those people and I always hype them up and I always, believe in them no matter what it is, and give them guidance, or if they want it, or words of love, because everybody is deserving of living the life that they desire, and everybody, you can put your mind to anything truly at the end of the day. So I love you guys so much, and I hope that this message resonated with people, and yeah, I hope they don't think that I'm on drugs, because I'm not. I just have ADHD and I had a little bit of caffeine, and it's eclipse, okay? Give me a break, If anything, I think that I've been the one blaming myself this whole video, but I don't need to do that, because this is me and I'm being me. Okay, I love you guys. Let me know in the comments, like, if you made it this far. Whew. I know it was a hefty ride. But let me know, like, just let me know anything. Comment, like, what your dream is. Like, you don't have to write anything long unless you want to, by all means. Write whatever you feel called to write, honestly. But let me know in the comments, like, maybe what part of this video resonated with you the most, or what inspired you the most, or like, let me know, like, what this eclipse is making you realizing. Let me know if you also got sick during this eclipse, because I think that it's insane that I got sick. All right, I love you guys. Bye! And if you guys want to connect more with your chart, go into astroseek.com and upload your chart into ChatGPT and ask it to generate like a chart regarding to this Aries Libra eclipse, because I did that, and guys, it's life-changing how like detailed it was. Okay,